Hello, I'm Lidia Kuleshnyk, also known as Lady Apona, and I'm so honored to be an author in the Amazon #1 best-selling book, 25 Tools for Goddesses by the Wellness Universe. I'm a chronic health specialist and health and energy coach with over 25 years experience supporting clients in healing their chronic health conditions. My chapter in the book is chapter 15, Reclaim Your Health, How to Never Be Tired Again. And I share a very powerful experience in my own personal healing journey, healing my chronic health conditions from birth. And I share a very powerful but very simple and effective self-care and wellness tool, my capacity principle of conscious leadership and success. Know your limit and live within it. So today is a book reading, you might say. I'll be reading my chapter right from the actual book. And I live in Canada, and we have not yet received in the mail our hard copies of this wonderful book, 25 Tools for Goddesses. So I'm going to be reading it from my Kindle on the screen. So let me just get that set up right now. Here we go. So my chapter, as I mentioned, is chapter 15, Reclaim Your Health, How to Never Be Tired Again. And this is the story that I share. From nothingness, all is created. I was born in 1965, a year of powerful change. I was born with chronic health conditions, a constitution that was supposed to seal my fate of dependency and decline, and obedience to authority that would determine my quality and length of life. My story is the story of the collective, of the journey from an old paradigm of oppression and control into a new paradigm of freedom and responsibility. A paradigm that recognizes the one within the oneness, that I am neither separate nor distinct, yet ever unique and highly valued. My story is how I reclaimed my health, and in my quest to never be sick or tired again, I learned how to be secure and sovereign. I learned that from nothingness, all is created. We are living in a time of unprecedented change. This period has been prophesied as a great awakening. At the core of this transformation is the strengthening of feminine power. This goddess energy is already part of the yin-yang balance of life. It radiates from the trees and trembles in the land. It howls in the wind, shines in the sun, and glitters in the starry night sky. It is part of the spirals of life. This feminine power exists within every human being. The goddess energy is the force blossoming our evolution from Homo sapiens, an intellectually based consciousness, to Homo spiritus, a spiritually based consciousness. This feminine power is yearning to roar. The patriarchal dominance of the past 2,000 years has had its chance to serve the planet. And since life is ever changing, the opportunity now exists to evolve into a new paradigm. In this new paradigm of light, the sacred feminine is celebrated in both men and women through the honoring of life. Right now, humanity has the greatest opportunity to return to its original role and responsibility, to be humane, conscious stewards of this planet. Each human can become a conscious leader through embracing the divine feminine of goddess energy, a leader who has both immutable strength and limitless compassion, through honoring of the self and others. This is the time for humanity to return to its true power of conscious leadership and create through unconditional love. How do you love and honor life? How do you step into your goddess power, individually and collectively? You do this through healing, through your yearning to be free and whole. The goddess power is the feeling in your soul, the inner knowing that you are ready to release the old and create the new. The knowing that a new life awaits beyond the darkness, emptiness, and pain. A life that is your birthright. You can create a life of health, happiness, and peace. A life where healing is a lifestyle, because you are evolving through a deep relationship with yourself. In my journey of healing, I found the deepest relationship with myself in the center of my being, in my womb of creation. The womb of creation. Women have the power to create life. The sacred space of the womb, the uterus, is the empty vessel, the nothingness from which all human life is created. At the point of conception, a powerful spiraling force activates life. This goddess power to create nothingness permeates through a woman's whole being. A woman does not have to experience pregnancy and childbirth to connect with this power. Her power of creation already exists within her. I was born with a deformed uterus. Interestingly, my uterus was shaped like a heart, with a wall down the center. And like many women, it was tilted. My uterus was a source of my greatest physical pain and rapid spiritual growth. My teacher, Michio Kushi, always taught, everything that has a front has a back. The bigger the front, the bigger the back. The uterus is an organ and a muscle. The body's 12 major meridians run through the uterus. To say that the uterus, the womb of creation, is powerful is an understatement. In my 25 years in professional practice as a chronic health specialist and health and energy coach, the only time I advise clients not to remove an organ is when they are considering removing the uterus. Without the uterus, all the major organs and systems in the body become weakened, and a woman has to make extra effort to regenerate her energy. Without a uterus, it is easier to become tired, drained, and depleted. In my late 20s, as I entered the classic Saturn return of my astrological chart, I found myself immersed in 18 months of deep healing. I call this the Cocoon of Healing, where in the stillness of rest, you allow every cell in your body to transform into a greater state of being. My body began to heal at a depth beyond my intentions and desires. I just wanted to heal my chronic digestive conditions so I could get back to work as an environmental policy analyst. I had no desire for spiritual awakening, and I certainly had no desire to reshape my uterus. But as I always say, energy never lies. You cannot fool Mother Nature. And Mother Nature took over with such power that my entire being was renovated at the cellular level. Without notice, my uterus would rumble and explode in horrific pain. The volcano in the center of my being was erupting. My life force was returning. I felt wholly alive. I received spiritual messages to sit in a very hot bath, to release the contractions and put hot salt packs on my belly. As I went through these birthing experiences, I realized I was healing my constitution. To heal one's constitution is an accomplishment only achievable by those who want to become so aligned and strong that they will never again suffer from chronic degeneration. Freedom was my goal. I decided I would never be weak or dependent again. Universal energy. At the age of 29, I was finally in charge of my health and my life. I experienced the tremendous energy that the body can access when it comes into alignment. I began to understand the universal principle, yin and yang are greater than willpower. My willpower could not stop the earthquake of transformation in my womb. Nothing could stop the power of the universal energy flowing through my body. I began to more fully respect that I am a part of the infinite universe. I became humble and strong. I now honor my energy as a source of power and the foundation of my security. My power, my connection to source energy, is always present to support and help me. I honor life. Through my own healing, I have reclaimed my rightful role as a humane, conscious steward of life, as a conscious leader. I have learned how to live as a sovereign being and never be tired again. The tool, the capacity principle of conscious leadership and success. Know your limit, live within it. Relationship with self. My deep relationship with myself and the fullness of universal energy was made possible through diet and energy work. It was through macrobiotics and Reiki that I was able to heal my chronic health conditions. And it is through my 25 years supporting clients with my Apona healing method of Reiki, macrobiotics, and coaching that I created a simple, effective tool to help you reclaim your health, regain your energy, and refine your power. This tool is my capacity principle of conscious leadership and success. Know your limit, live within it. For both myself and my clients, I discovered that the key to success and healing is not only to support cellular regeneration, but also to develop a strong relationship with self. This is why I always remind clients, your chronic health condition is your gateway to your lasting empowerment. It is through your commitment to honoring the self that you are able to maintain your newfound state of health. The capacity principle is based on Taoist principles of non-attachment that allow you to be in full presence, commitment, and engagement without absorbing external influences. You become the Buddha sitting in the middle of the burning inferno, untouched by the events around you. 4 demands on your core energy. The capacity principle teaches you how to connect with yourself and recognize your energetic state of being so that you do not use more energy throughout the day than your present capacity. This is part of the art of living, knowing when to apply oneself and when to pull back, so that your core energy always remains strong enough to meet its major demands of 1, basic biological functioning, 2, mental emotional requirements, 3, demands of external stressors, 4, providing substantial and powerful energy to heal a chronic health condition. Through strengthening your core energy, you expand the energetic capacity of your cells, supporting healing and personal growth. By learning the capacity principle, burnout, exhaustion, depletion, and chronic fatigue are avoided, and you can continue to balance your life with enough energy and vitality to face any circumstance with inner ease. Your flashing red light indicators. We each have red flags, warning signs, telling us when we are living beyond our energetic capacity. The capacity principle teaches you to identify your unique indicators to determine if you should slow down or continue full speed ahead. Your flashing red light indicators are like the red lights on the dashboard of your car saying, hey, something is wrong. Pay attention and act now. Your car's operating system informs you before your car breaks down to get help. When the red engine or fuel light comes on, do you ignore them and risk a breakdown, or do you respect them, stop, and address the issue? How do you find your secret keys, your flashing red light indicators to manage your energy? The first step, set aside 3 to 5 minutes. Turn off all phones and devices. Remove distractions. Sit comfortably in a quiet space. Get a pen and paper. Second step, identify your capacity expressions. What do I say? Ask yourself, what do I say when I am not centered? Remember a moment when you had enough of something. What are the first expressions you spontaneously said? These are your capacity expressions. If you can't think of any, ask friends and family if you often say the same expressions every time you're out of balance. This indicator is evident in expressions such as, this is just too much. I can't deal with this. This is crazy. I really need a major break, some time off. I'm out of here. I'm done. I can't believe this. On a piece of paper, write down your capacity expressions. These are your flashing red lights that you have reached your limit. Third step, identify your capacity responses. What do I feel? Ask yourself, what do I feel when I am not centered? Remember a moment when you felt a sudden sensation, the first response to a stress or circumstance. Did you feel a certain physical ache, an emotion, or a mental response? These are your capacity responses. You may feel a specific body ache, like a pain in your back or neck, upset stomach, a tight chest or throat, burning or blurry eyes, or tightness in your jaw. You may feel a specific emotion, such as frustration, anger, irritation, apathy, despair, or feel numb, frozen. You may feel a specific mental response, such as poor concentration, lack of focus, or brain fog. On a piece of paper, write down your capacity responses. These are your flashing red lights that you have reached your limit. Fourth step, identify your flashing red light indicators. What do I do? Circle 1 or 2 of each of the capacity expressions and the capacity responses that feel most dominant. Your flashing red light indicators are these capacity expressions and capacity responses telling you that you have reached your limit. When you ask yourself the question, what do I do to manage my stress and energy? The answer is, use your flashing red light indicators as your first go-to tool to manage your response. Your flashing red lights are your personal ninja tools that you can use immediately to create balance and conserve your energy. As an example, when I say, "not now," and feel resentful, I have gone beyond my energetic capacity. These are my first flashing red lights telling me I'm off center. If left unchecked, I start to feel frustrated. If my resentment and frustration don't slow me down, then my second flashing red light is the feeling of tightness in my kidneys. When my kidneys are tight, I know my core energy is depleting. This is the final warning sign for me to slow down and regroup. If I continue to use my mental force to push myself beyond my capacity, I become very tired and drained. When I live beyond my capacity, I lose my center, connection, and power. Life becomes a struggle. When I live within my capacity, I continue at full speed with little time wasted. Living beyond your energetic capacity is like driving a car with a flat tire all the time. At first, you can manage it, but eventually it takes extra effort and energy to keep the car on the road. What happens if you continue to drive with that flat tire and ignore those red light indicators? Eventually, through your sheer determination to keep driving, your car breaks down or crashes. The result? You can lose everything, including your life. The collapse or crash of your core energy is called illness, otherwise known as an acute or chronic health condition. What kind of life would you like? A life of extreme ups and downs, living with struggle, drama, and depletion? Or a life of balance, abundance, and confidence? Never be tired again. What do I create? The capacity principle teaches you to know your limit and live within it, so you will never be tired again. It allows you to expand your capacity so you can be more, do more, and live more. To use the capacity principle to create the life you truly want, follow these 4 steps and create a greater connection to yourself. Number 1, reflections. Remember the 4 fundamental demands on your core energy. You demand a lot of your core energy. Respect it, rejuvenate it regularly. Regenerating your core energy should be as fundamental as filling up the gas tank of your car. Take the time to do it. Number 2, habits. Get into the habit of asking yourself, what is my energy being used for throughout the day? Is this creating my highest quality life? How are my thoughts, beliefs, actions, and choices affecting my quality and quantity of energy? When do I feel depleted and why? When do I feel energized and why? Number 3, tools. Identify and utilize your flashing red light indicators as your ninja tools to manage your energy. When your red lights flash, pause, assess, and take action to rebalance yourself immediately. Number 4, supports. Develop an easy self-care kit to help you rebalance the moment you reach your capacity before your energy becomes depleted, such as taking a deep breath, smiling with gratitude, going for a walk, repeating a mantra, or taking a nap. And if you need extra support, my Apona healing method of Reiki, macrobiotics, and coaching will help you get back on track fast and regenerate your core energy. The capacity principle shows us that life doesn't have to be a struggle. It's a reminder that you can manage your energy and your health simply and effectively. In doing so, you can live from a place of inner ease, confidence, and knowing that you can achieve success in any situation. The capacity principle empowers you to be a free, sovereign being, a conscious leader of our time, and a guide in the paradigm of light. So that is my chapter 15. I hope you've enjoyed the book reading of my chapter. And if you're interested in learning more about the capacity principle, how you can reclaim your health, regain your energy, that strong, stable energy, and refine your power that already exists within you, then you're not alone, and I'm here to support you with help, health, energy, and lasting power. Again, I'm Lydia, Lady Apona, and I look forward to hearing from you.